So where the hell did we last leave off? We left off the second we found both bodies and started the investigation phase. Oh wait, no. Wait, why is she down? What happened to her? Don't tell me, Toko too. Man, I wish. Relax, she just passed out when she saw the blood. The blood? Oh, that's right, when Toko is, Toko, she has a fear of blood, huh? We've tried everything to get her to wake up, but no luck. Just leave her be for now. It's like he said, I should just leave her alone for now.
However...
But why is it Justice Hammer 4? Huh? What do you mean? Celeste was attacked with 1, and Hifumi was hit by 2, but this is 4. What happened 3? Ah.
What?
What's the matter? Well, when you mentioned Justice Hammer 3, you just reminded me.
What?
Out with it. Do you know something? Actually, Taka's not the only one that's been killed. Hifumi's dead too.
What?
Whoa.
Hey!
Hifumi! Murdered! This is terrible. Yeah.
I see.
Which is why you came to get us. Then we'd better go check it out.
Damn.
Of course. Let us go. Doing of the checking. So Sakura, Byakuya, and I rushed out of the physics lab. But as soon as we were out of the physics lab... Huh? Celeste, aren't you supposed to be waiting in the nurse's office? Something has come up? Yeah, I heard. Hifumi is dead, right?
Indeed.
That is not all. It is gone. Huh, what's gone? It has disappeared. Disappeared? Hifumi's body has disappeared. What?
What did you say?
What are you talking about? It's disappeared? Don't be ridiculous.
Come on.
Are you serious?
What?
What is happening here? I am getting very angry.
Hey!
Everyone go nurse's office now! Alright, I practically leapt down the stairs, nearly losing my balance. I reached the nurse's office, completely out of breath. Ding! I couldn't believe my eyes. Nerdlinger! It was just there a few minutes earlier. It just disappeared? Me and Celeste went to the bathroom, but we were only gone for like a minute. Why did you not go in shifts? What the fuck, you dumbass? Why would you both go to the bathroom at the same time?
Indeed.
This must be the workers' the culprit. They must have come and carried the body away. They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're all going to die just like those guys died.
What did you
I
say?
don't believe this. I don't believe a body would just disappear.
Why?
First, there were 2 murders, and now one of the bodies has been taken. This is unnatural. P-Buddies is a girl thing. I understand P-Buddies is a girl thing, but in the wake of sitting on a fucking crime scene, maybe you should be like, maybe we shouldn't P-Buddy. Maybe one of us should go, and if something fucking happens, we can ask the person who stayed. Or we can accuse the person who stayed. Hold on, what do you mean? 2 murders?
Hina.
Taka is also dead in equipment room.
No way!
He went down like weak little girl. It can't be. Taka too? It can't be. It can't be. No!
Hina.
Hina, become or else. We're all gonna die. All of us. They're gonna kill all of us. Then who might the next target be? Toko? Huh?
What?
I completely forgot. She is still unconscious in equipment room.
Well,
You left her at this scene as a crime? You didn't have a choice. She passed out and she refused to wake up, like a commoner.
huh?
So she's still unconscious.
Damn.
Wait, Wait, so you knew she was up there and said nothing? Why? That annoying little insect clings to me wherever I go. We'd be better off without her. Bastard. Calm down. You forgot about her, didn't you? You'd have no right to blame me. Damn. Fucking savage. Shit is going down here. Everyone, stop fighting. Right now we need to go. Hurry back.
Huh?
I can't take this anymore. I don't want anyone else to die.
Damn.
Byakuya, if something has happened to Toko, I will crush you like little man. Like little baby. We shot out of the nurse's office and bolted up the stairs, heading back to the 3rd floor. We ran back to the equipment room at full speed. And when we got there... Toko. Thank God you're okay. But right away I noticed there was something very different here. Yeah, there's no fucking corpse. It was gone. Taka's body, which should have been right here, had disappeared.
This
can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something? No, it's not a hallucination. I know I saw it before. What I'm seeing now isn't what I saw before. Yeah, no fucking shit. What, are you saying Taka disappeared too?
Stop talking.
Stop saying disappeared. It didn't just vanish into thin air. Obviously, whoever did this has hidden the body. But why would they do that? I couldn't possibly bother to be begin to imagine and be bothered to do so. Anyway, our costumed suspect is clearly continuing his crime spree. We gotta hurry up and catch him before he kills all of us.
Not possible.
Oh, I don't think you have to worry about that. Huh? Think about it. Who could possibly be responsible for killing and hiding those bodies?
Well...
When Hifumi's death cry went up, everyone here was together on the 3rd floor.
It is so.
After that, we split up into 2 groups. And now this time you all came here as a group from the nurse's office. In other words, the only ones who could have done this are Hiro and Kyoko, who are still missing. Hey, Riptide Peregrine, how's it going? Hold on a second. Kyoko has an alibi for when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked. There's no question that she was in the dining hall with us. You seem very adamant about defending her. Perhaps you're in love. That's not it at all.
That's fine.
Well, anyway. Yes, I do accept Kyoko's alibi.
Let's see.
Which means the suspicious individual we are looking for could be none other than Hiro? Which further means there will be no more murders. The regulations are very clear about that. Oh, that's right. There's a rule that you can only kill a maximum of 2 people.
That's right.
As long as the rule's in place, there will not be a 3rd murder. If they were to break that rule... I mince you! Mince you without a second thought! Mince you, grind you, turn you into paste! By the way, did you know that fish paste can also refer to shellfish? Like shrimp or crabs? Indeed.
Let's see.
So, since 2 people have been killed, there is no possibility of any more.
Perhaps.
You knew that from beginning, didn't you? Which means you knew Toto was never in danger. I still meant it when I said we'd be better off without her.
In other words.
Anyway, with that in mind, we can now relax and search for the 2 missing bodies. The 2 missing bodies. 2 people have been killed, and their bodies have been hidden. The only one without an alibi, the only one who could have done it is Hiro. But is he really the killer? What about Kyoko? If she's not involved in this case, where did she go?
What?
Hey Makoto, what's the problem? Oh, it's nothing. Whatever. We need to find those bodies or our little narrative here can't move forward. Wow,
So
meta.
then,
Very well. Then let us split up and begin searching.
but...
But there's no need to be afraid. No more murders will take place during this case.
Cause, I mean...
I know that. I mean, I think I do, but
Hina.
if you're still nervous, come with me.
Huh?
Does everyone know that you're... Does everybody know that you're my hero? Thanks, Boston. Okay, thank you. No need to thank me. Then let's get moving. Yell out if you find anything. Byakuya left the equipment room, followed by the others. I have to try and find out the 2 missing bodies. I have to try and find the missing bodies. Oh, I've gotta find the missing bodies. Wait, I'm not even in the equipment room. The equipment room's back this way. Right? Oh no, I did start here. Do we... Wait a minute. 4th floor? Okay, we can't get there yet. I mean, I guess we just go into rooms. What do you guys think? Let's do it. Let's go into rooms. Did you ever know that you're my hero? That you are the wind beneath my wings.
Huh?
Damn.
If I were trying to dispose of bodies, where would I hide them? Maybe in a bedroom? Or a locker? Hey, sweetheart, how's it going? In plain sight. Okay, actually, like if I honestly were trying to hide them, I would probably try and do it in one of the dead people's rooms. Not like the people who had just died, but people who are already dead. Like, because don't you have access to old key cards? I don't know. That would be either that or maybe like, I don't know. Try and chop it up in the kitchen. Or... There is a garbage chute. Makoto!
Come on.
While you're just standing here, we need to get to the repository. You mean...
Indeed.
I found them. I found them. Ifumi and Taka's body had both been taken to the repository.
Goodbye.
I've already told Hina and Sakura. We'll go on ahead. The bodies were in the repository? Where the fuck is the repository? Yeah, that might be smart. Oh. Where the fuck is the repository? Okay, that's fine. Tab? It's not tab. Oh, it's F1. There you go. Oh, what? I was just there! Son of a bitch. Sorry. Hey, Headroom, how's it going? Maybe cut open a mattress. I was legitimately just here. Are the bodies here somewhere? Up ahead is the repository, a room that I don't believe we've ever been in because it was always locked. I guess it's locked now. I guess it's not locked now. Nerdlinger and Loudman! The 2 bodies that had disappeared were right there. The smell of blood made me gag. What I saw before my eyes was unquestionable, unavoidable, unwavering reality. And then I heard the announcement for a second time. Ding, 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 ding.
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time,
There you
which
go.
you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Avon calling. And so here we are.
It's
Without further ado, let me give you all the next Monokuma file. I was going to hand them out when you found the bodies the first time, but I thought something might happen.
What?
It was really hard to resist, but turns out I was right.
Stop talking.
Just hand it over already.
Punishment is
Now,
waiting for
make sure
you.
to investigate with all your mental might and prepare for the class trial.
See ya later.
Bye, bitch! Well then, now that we found the bodies, all that's left to do is to uncover the culprit.
What the heck?
Hold on. How can you be so calm? I mean, they're dead, you know?
That's terrible.
Dead. Gone forever. They're never coming back. Awful. This is just too awful. Hina suddenly burst into tears. She clutched at Hifumi's lifeless body. Ooh.
Who would do this?
Why is his face kind of like shaped like a hamster or a cat? I'll never. Hey, Peyton. Who would do this?
Why?
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 She's already voice acting this. Large wet tears fell from her eyes. The tears landed on Hifumi's cheeks. If this were some world of make-believe, that might have been when Hifumi opened his eyes. But his ass was dead. Shut up. Ding. What? He's not dead? Nerdlinger? This wasn't... No.
He's alive again? Where am I? Cold. So cold. Is winter
Nerdlinger lives!
Hifumi, wake up!
Huh? I remember now. Hope's Peak.
Come on, you gotta wake up!
He is awake, bitch.
I
He's
remember
talking.
Everything. Before I met you all. I met you all.
Oh.
Nerdlinger lives.
Oh. Yes.
His memories are blending together. He has nothing useful to offer us.
The light. It's reaching out to me like the tail of a comet.
Hey, Hifumi! Who was it? Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you?
Who killed me? That's right. I remember their name. Yasuhiro.
What? Did he die? He had a fucking dying monologue? Are you shitting me? This fucking game.
His eyes closed, and they never opened again. Death. For the second time.
Absolute, undeniable death. For real? No matter how many more of Hina's tears splashed his face, there was no second miracle. Reality set in again. This isn't some stereotypical fantasy world. Tears can't restore a person's vitality.
Honestly.
You have no tears, do you? No blood in your veins, no calcium in your bones. At least you have your meat.
Stop talking.
You're just angry. Going out of his way to return just to leave us with those unnecessary dying words. Ugh. Now this game has become exceedingly boring. He said Yasuhiro, right? Hey Jordan, how's it going?
Perhaps.
Yasuhiro Hagakure. I do not know who that is. That is the only person he could have been referring to.
So, in other words,
And with that, the case is solved. Who the fuck is... Oh, here. Is that the big dreadlock guy? Assaulting people and even killing Taka and Hifumi. And then going so far as to hide their bodies. A criminal that hides his face behind a mask and uses a bunch of giant wood hammers. Is that what Hero is?
What is this?
If it's true, I can't forgive him. No way I can ever forgive him. To kill two of our friends.
that's fine.
Anyway, it's about time we tracked down the culprit with our little life or death game here. Although this time it's not all that life or death. The trial will conclude without much trouble.
Indeed.
Yes, it does look that way. It's going to begin again. We have to go through this
one more time. I have to accept it. I have no choice but to go through with this to make sure everyone survives. I just have to do it. The victims of the Hifumi. The victims were Hifumi Yamada and Kiyotaka Ishimaru. The cause of death for each was blow to the head. It is thought that they were both killed with a similar weapon. That's it?
Very strange.
Yeah, it's pretty strange. We got way less information this time than before. That is no problem after all. The events of this case unfolded before our very eyes. We should know more about what happens in the Monokuma file could anyway. Bad case of the hammers. Maybe.
Well,
There is something else that is not right here. Someone else has been missing for too long. Are you talking about Kyoka?
perhaps.
Without a doubt, she has an alibi for when Celeste was attacked. But what if the killer had accomplice? An accomplice? An accomplice? What are you doing here?
Monokuma!
Don't be rude, I'm here to answer your question. What question?
Yep.
You're talking about accomplices, right? I'm pretty sure I explained it before, didn't I? During the first class trial? No,
Speaking of
accomplices.
which, I'd like to ask.
Or you can have them, but
If there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer.
they don't get blackened then. So there's pretty much no motive to be an accomplice.
Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
Unless they're two killers.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
In other words,
So basically, you can be an accomplice if you want, but there's no gratification in it.
so then.
So are you saying nobody worked together this time either?
Hey,
Sorry, can't answer that. It would obstruct the free exchange of information between you guys. I just want to make sure you don't forget, no matter how much you might assist in a murder,
Phew.
only one blackened can graduate. An accomplice gets nothing. Okay.
So, in other words,
Then we need to figure out who that one blackened is that did the killing, right? Just like normal.
Well,
Okay. Let me just take this opportunity to clarify the whole shebang. In this class trial, what you need to determine is
extreme.
the one true blackened who devised the murder plot and put it into action. The true blackened. Just one person.
Well now.
That's enough of explaining it. Now it's time for the final battle between all of you and the blackened. Good luck to all the contestants. So there can be only one blackened, an accomplice wouldn't benefit. Then I can't see why any way Kyoko would be connected to this case after all. You may be right. If that's true, then Kyoko, where are you?
However,
As long as she's not connected to the case, it does not matter. Let us investigate.
Indeed.
I have absolutely no doubts that Hiro is responsible. But for the time being, I suppose it can't hurt to pursue other information.
So,
You know, don't you think we should consider a certain someone a suspect just in case? Talking about the murderous fiend genocide check.
What?
Oh, what was her voice? What? I'm offended! You, when did you? I've been looking all over for you, Master. When I woke up, you were nowhere to be found. Anyway, you there, milk sack swimmer girl!
Huh?
Milk sack?
You gotta be kidding!
Milk, oh my god, milk sack. It took me a couple seconds to realize she meant her titties. Why do I gotta be a suspect?
What the heck?
Well, what, you are a serial killer.
What?
So what? I'm like a special guest suspect every time. I have an alibi, you know. She's right about that. When we heard Hifumi scream, she was with me. And when bodies disappeared, she was lying still unconscious. Plus, talk his body aside, I can't imagine any way she would have been able to move Hifumi.
Yep.
Besides, I calculate every move. I'm not gonna kill someone when everyone knows what I look like. They don't call me the murderous fiend for nothing.
What are you saying?
That's not the kind of thing you should be bragging about.
Let's see.
On another topic, we should put the guard as the bodies like before. We can't have them disappearing again.
So then...
Hino and I can handle. You do not mind, do you? Sure, I'd be totally useless on investigation anyway.
It's all clear.
You're
now.
useless on fucking guarding. You're the reason fucking Hifumi's body was moved. You and fucking Celeste. Anyway. This whole thing is so strange. All but one of us has an alibi, so figuring out who did it should be obvious, right? But maybe it's just me. But I don't think this is going to be that straightforward. Nice! Monokuma File 3 has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. Boop-boop. Investigate all the things from right to left. We'll start with this douche. Byakuya, do you think Hiro really did it? I don't see how anyone could think otherwise. When the attacks and murders and disappearances all happened, every one of us had an alibi. The last thing Hifumi said when he died, yeah, he said Hiro's name.
So, in other words...
Then there's no room to suspect anyone else. Okay, but if he did do it, why would he hide his identity with that weird costume? Maybe he thought no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. Just because he's a fool of the century. I mean, he is kinda dumb. But do you really think that's enough to explain it? I feel like there's a clue hiding in here somewhere.
What?
And is that it? That's all that bothers you about the case? Well, no, there are a few other things. Like, why did the killer try to hide the body? They probably figured that if we couldn't get the bodies, we couldn't complete the investigation. But if that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we? Again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit was dumb. Is that really all there is to it? The other thing that bothers me is, why'd they bother killing 2 people?
What?
What? Because all the rule says is if you can kill someone and get away with it, you graduate, right? So if you're the killer, your number 1 priority is not getting caught. But killing 2 people means more clues, more chances to get found out.
I see.
Hold on. Perhaps... I see. So that's what that means. Is everything okay?
That's enough.
Don't talk to me as if we're friends. What's with the attitude? But you have my appreciation.
Goodbye.
Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after all. Ew. His mysterious words hung in the air as he left to go find some lubricant and a nice corner to whack himself off the corpses in. He talked as if he'd figured something out. But if he did, would it have killed him to tell me what it was? Fuck no. He's a douche. Hifumi's big, cold body, hot, is lying on the floor. Dibs on that corpse. His really big body. I mean, how on earth was the killer able to move someone so big? From the nurse's office, where he was discovered, to here in the repository. All the way from the 1st floor to the 3rd? Without anyone noticing it? How the hell? It's no good, I just don't get it. I can think about it later. For now, I have to finish investigating Hifumi himself. If I remember correctly, Hifumi's fatal injury was also a blow to the head. Probably from Justice Hammer 3, which was laying on the floor in the nurse's office. Oh, wait. Something's off about his body. Why am I getting this feeling? Something's different. Something about Hifumi's body in the nurse's office versus his body right now. That's it, his glasses. When his body was in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered in blood. But now they're completely clean. Does that mean that someone wiped his glasses off? But who would do that? And why? Hifumi's glasses has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. Is Hifumi faking his death? Did Hifumi murder someone? And I don't know. No, because he was in the room with... Oh, he was the witness to Celeste's attack. Maybe he wasn't the witness. Maybe he's the culprit. But he wouldn't have been able to fit into that giant robot suit because he's fucking huge. I don't know. Whatever. Next clue. Next clue. Oh, wait. A dolly. That'll be helpful for moving bodies. Wait. Wasn't this in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? And look at the wheel. There's a blood stain on it. So there's blood on the wheel to the dolly that was moved from the equipment room to the repository. What's the explanation for that? Maybe they moved a body on it. Maybe not, though. This is one of the monitors Monokuma appears on. Blah, 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 blah. Let's talk to Sakura. There are many aspects to this incident. Too many. Considering that, may be good to look back on things.
So then.
Would you like my help? Sure. Yeah, let's look back on things. This morning, only 4 of us met up in the dining hall. Hina, Kyoko, you, and myself. Castellan, hello. We waited for the others, but nobody showed, so we decided to go crush them. It was around 8 o'clock when we did that. Soon after splitting, Kyoko go poof. After that, Celeste in rec room was found, and then you come to get muscles. According to Celeste, she was attacked by robot. In other words, she was attacked an hour before found, meaning after 7 o'clock. Based on photos, Celeste was attacked by strange robot with asphyxiation fetish. Robo justice. He also grabbed Hifumi for sex dungeon time. After meeting with Toko, we began to search costumed assailant, and then found injured Hifumi in library. And then we took him to nurse's office. But then he died, like weak little baby. Based on Celeste's claims, we came to 2nd floor. Then, apparently she had seen someone on 3rd floor. Then we go to 3rd floor. Lots of women screamed today. It's a very big screamy day. I saw him, this strange constant man. Hey, KFP. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared. Yeah. At that point, we decided to split into 2. The 3 of us went to the nurse's office while you baby people went to go find Taka, who was also dead.
However,
I'm good. How are you? That is when I showed up and told you that Byakuyo and Hifumi had been killed. Then us 3 went back to the nurse's office. And this just happened, so I'm not really counting. Maybe Celeste is in on it. She's been pretty integral to all this shit. She took a photo, she did all the screaming to like cover for... maybe Celeste is an accomplice. This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating? Who found the body? In the repository?
however,
Fine. Time to look at Taka. He'll never move again. According to the Monokuma file, he died from a blow to the head. We found Justice Hammer 4 near his body in the equipment room. Is that what was used to kill him? And there's a tarp laid out under his body. Did the killer use this to move Taka's body? That way, there wouldn't be any blood left behind while the body was moved. Blue tarp has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Truth Bullets. Let's look at these hammers. They look mightily justice-filled. There are hammers of all different sizes hanging on the wall, though some are more like mallets, and I imagine roughly 4 of them are missing. Someone wash it recently? Spotless hammer.
So,
Hey, Makoto, I've been thinking about something. It's about the repository. Huh? What is it? After Hifumi and Taka's bodies disappeared, we split up to look around, right? I was really scared, so me and Sakura stuck together.
but
And we came right to the repository to, you know, look around. But when we got here, the repository was locked and we couldn't get inside. It was locked? Yeah, and we came here as soon as the search started. So there's no way someone could have beat us here. So if that's true, then who locked it? And why is it unlocked now? I wonder the same thing. The door was locked when the search for the bodies began, but now it's wide open. There might be some secret lurking in there. But I'll probably have to leave this area to figure it out. Bum, bum, bum. Alright, guys. We've begun investigating. There's definitely a lock on the door, but it can only be locked from the inside of the repository. I don't see any way to lock it from the art room. The door can only be locked from the inside of the repository, which makes me wonder. Hina and Sakura confirmed that the body was locked, that the door was locked after we started looking for the bodies. And the door is designed that it can only be locked from the inside. In other words, when Hina checked it, someone had already gone in the repository and locked the door. When they were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now. But Hina claims that there's no way someone could have beaten them to the repository. So that certain someone. Repository door. Well, they could have been beaten if someone was already in it. It's not like all of us were there. Well, I'm gonna go to the fucking equipment room first because it's on this floor and I don't want to go down like 10 floors just to have to come back up. I'm sorry, things could be better for both of you. I mean, oh, that's kind of vague. I mean, I think things could be better for everyone at pretty much any time. But I guess I'm splitting hairs. I hope things are okay. A-okay. Woo! Equipment room! Let's look for clues! Guys, who do you think did the murder? Who did the murder? Who did it? Yeah. I was sleeping right here when the killer carried the body away. I'm super pissed. Oh, wrong word. Wrong voice. I'm super pissed that I missed such an ultimately rare event. I hate you, Jill. Oh, this tarp? I feel like I've seen it somewhere before, and just recently too. Where did you see the tarp? There's some kind of tire mark going through the pool of blood in the middle of the room that could possibly belong to a dolly that moved sculptures. I know spoilers, don't ask me your opinion. I'm not asking nobody's opinion. Taka's body was moved from the equipment room to the repository using the dolly. Both rooms are on the 3rd floor, so that should definitely have been possible. Equipment room bloodstain. But even if the dolly was used to move Taka's body, what about Hifumi? Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office on the 1st floor, and he was fat as fuck. Even with a dolly, you couldn't use it. Still a total mystery. And then... I'm not fat shaming, but he was heavy. Hey Brackish! I'm just here, just lurking while I'm working on junk. Oh baby. I like Celeste, so I hope it wasn't her. I feel like she might have been an accomplice. She was so integral to all of the things that we did. She screamed, she took a photo, she was attacked. I feel like she was either used or she was an accomplice. Just number 4, the weapon was used to kill Taka. The body was moved, but the murder weapon was just left here. This isn't important to the case. I need to just forget about it. Okay. Let's leave the equipment room. In the equipment room. We looked at the clues. Alright, well, I don't see anything in this room. There wouldn't be anything in like the hallway, would there? How do I fast travel down to the first floor? Woohoo! Fast travel! That's the nurse's office. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, what we got here? We got a fridge. Are you sure? Are you sure there's nothing of use there? Justice Hammer 3, the one that was used to kill Fumi. Someone moved the body but left the weapon behind. A trash can! It's too small to be a handkerchief. It's a class's cleaning cloth. And it's covered in blood! It's got some kind of cartoon character on it. But it's also covered in blood.
Oh.
Did you find something? Yeah, there was a cleaning cloth in the trash can.
Huh?
A cleaning cup? It's all bloody. Whoever this belonged to must have used it to wipe up some blood. But who would have need someone to? But who would need to do something like that? I haven't the slightest idea. My theory of maybe Hifumi isn't dead and also is a murderer is getting stronger and stronger, and perhaps Celeste was in on it. But we'll find out. What are you investigating, Celeste? I am not investigating anything, precisely speaking. I am simply going around seeing if Hiro might have been hiding somewhere. What about you? Oh, you know, I'm just checking this and that. The main thing on my mind is how someone could have moved Hifumi's body.
Let's see.
How Hifumi was moved, huh? When it disappeared, you were supposed to be in the nurse's office, right?
Yes, indeed.
Correct. Hina was not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her. But she seemed to be getting worse, so I took her to the restroom. And when you got back, the body was gone. Because he moved himself. He fucking walked, guys. He's not dead. That's my theory. That's my current theory. He fucking moved himself. We could not have been gone for more than a minute or two. Yeah, Hina said the same thing. The killer was able to get in. Where's my sword? Oh, here we go. Get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time?
Indeed.
It would seem so. To carry out someone as big as Hifumi in only a couple of minutes is... I can't think of anything. It's less than impossible. Celeste's account has been added to the truth bullets. I have my suspicions. My sus. I got Pepe susses. So this is where you were. I've been looking for you. You have? I wanted to thank you for what you did. Not that you meant to, but you ended up making this little game of ours very interesting. What's wrong, guys? Don't be depressed. Don't be sad. Campy, Jordan. You should go to Hero's room. Is this dude hitting on you? And let me give you this. Meet me in the dining hall. This is the note Hero wrote to get us all to meet up, right? You remember well. Well, the penmanship was pretty remarkable, so it left an impression.
It's all clear now.
Anyway, this makes it clear, right? This is a trap. What is? Things grow ever more exciting. What are you talking about? I've already repaid my debt, so I don't owe any more than explanation.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Wait. What? I still think, because it also backs up the whole theory of why would you kill more than one person if Hifumi is not dead. Also, the penmanship was remarkable. The fanfiction writer was a writer. Oh well. I don't know. I'm probably not right, but I'm gonna hold on to the thought that maybe Hifumi is faking it. Oh, wait, which one of you is Hero's room? Hero had big hair. Big hair, big hair, big hair. Boop. The door is unlocked? I guess I can go inside. Byakuya did say to look, go look. It might not be a great idea, but I'm gonna take a plunge. Boop, 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 boop. One brother, he still hasn't turned up, which means he can't really complain if anybody has. If I don't get permission to search his room, right? Oh my god!
Is this anime husband simulator? Can I be your anime husband?
You're a Furie! Oh my god. Thank you so much for that sub, friend. How are you doing? I understand you've been going through a hard time. I hope you're doing okay. Yeah, I'm fine. Can I look at that note? This is the note Yasuhiro wrote to everyone to meet in the dining room. Meet in the dining hall, it says. Remarkably neat and clear. I hope you're enjoying this game. I've just started it. Well, I've just started it after taking a break, and I'm on my 3rd chapter. And it's fun. It's good, and I like trying to figure out the things. There's no point in worrying about it right now, just forget about it. Okay. What about his bed? It's a normal bed, pretty much just like the one that is in my room. What about his boxes? I think there's something in this cardboard box. It's blueprints for something, and something's made out of, it looks like cardboard, plastic, and plaster? Is this Robo Justice? And it's in Hero's room. But wait, these blueprints, something about them bothers me. Robo Justice have aren't been like this. The writing isn't as legible. Robo Justice blueprints has been added to the truth bullets section. That's true. Maybe it was an accident that he died. We'll go in his bathroom after I check this monitor for no reason. Going in the bathroom. That's a relatable feel, Jordan. That's relatable. Jordan, Cha, how have you been? Are you doing okay, friend? I'm trying to grow out facial hair. Do you hate it? It's only been 1 week, and I'm like, it itches and it looks bad. I'm not a hairy man, but if I get like a level of it, yeah, I know. I would hug you all if I could. I'm a hugger. How does the bathroom even get this dirty? You like it with the little stuff? Okay, thanks. I appreciate that. Did I get everything in here? I got these 3 things, I got these 2 things, and this is the exit. Let's go. Leave the area? Uh-huh. Makoto, big news! Big news! What's wrong? We found Kyoko! What? Is she okay? Where is she? Wait, I wasn't done. There's more big news!
Just a second!
Robo Justice showed up too! Robo Justice? It's Hero, wearing the costume.
Okay.
Anyway, as soon as you can, head to the pool on the 2nd floor. Gets the juices flowing. Gets my juices flowing. Is that a reference? Oh my god. Oh my god, is that a reference? Oh my god. Xena! That's a fucking Xena reference! She beats people up with her cookware! I loved that show! Do you have to use the good plot? It gets my juices flowing! That was such a good line! Oh, Cha! I love you forever. You just referenced Xena. To think Hiro and Kyoko would turn up at the same time. Anyway, I have to head to the pool. I ran to the 2nd floor as fast as I could.
Oh, I'm fangirling so hard right now. That was one of my favorite shows growing up. Why do I have to like awkwardly like Kyoko and
I mean,
phew, man, I've had like the worst day.
Hero? The music is so good right now. Let's start with the locker. What if there's a big locker? Wow, that was very uneventful. Let's start left to right then. I am positive that is the suspicious individual that attacked me. And douchebag. Apparently that ridiculous object is Hero. I'd ask Kyoko for the details if I were you.
Right.
I found Hero. He was jammed in the pool room locker. It looked like he was fast asleep, so I kicked him and he woke up.
don't be mean.
I can't believe you like kicked me. You could have been like a little more gentle. I don't know, caress my face.
What?
That's creepy. Anyway, Kyoko, where have you been all this time? You just disappeared all of a sudden without a trace.
Wow.
There was something I had to catch up on. What do you mean? Never mind.
Peyton, grow out some scrap.
So we can make jealous. We can make Chad jealous. I can't. Never mind.
It's nothing.
Never mind.
Hey,
More importantly, she says that, but does she have any idea? Does she know people think she might be spying for the military?
And?
First of all, Hero, you need to explain to us why you're dressed like that.
I mean,
Oh, well, I have no idea. One second I was asleep, don't even know what happened. Then I woke up and I was like, here. I don't care. Do something about that costume. It pains me just to look at you.
Huh?
Well,
let me out of
I don't know what's up with this thing. I can't actually get it off. Can I get a little help? Why would you make something such you can't take off by yourself?
Got it all wrong.
I didn't make this stupid friggin' thing.
it would seem...
There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him. It took everyone's help, but slowly we were able to get Hero out of the suit. It took a few minutes, but eventually we got all the pieces off. Free at last! Isn't it kind of weird how perfectly the suit fits Hero?
So then,
More importantly, what is the point? Nobody but Hero would be able to wear that costume. But wait, hold on a second.
honestly,
Don't bother trying to act innocent. The blueprints were in your room as well.
is that okay?
In other words, it is obvious to everyone that you made this costume. That's true, I saw the blueprints myself. Yeah, me too.
Could it be...
Then it's obvious. The one who put on this costume and went around attacking everyone
That's terrible!
was Hero.
If Nerdlinger, you're setting us up, and I know you're not dead, and this is all your fault. Shall we tie him up and gag him? Don't give him a boner.
Just the worst.
Good idea. we wouldn't want to kill him killing anyone else. What? Tie me up? Hold on, guys. I think that's going a little far.
That's right.
He may be a suspect, but he deserves fair treatment. Yeah, I mean, like, attacking blueprints? I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
What the heck?
You can't talk your way out of this. It's been decided. You killed them. What? Killed who? I have no idea what's going on. What are you talking about? There must be a fake Hero running around.
What are you saying?
You're the only one who can wear this costume. So who else could possibly be the costumed attacker?
What the heck?
It's Hifumi. Guys, I was just thinking the only time we had a photo of the robot could have been posed with the suit. He didn't need someone in it. It's gotta be him. It's gotta be fucking him. It's gotta be fucking him. It's gotta be... I don't know. All my thoughts are pointing to he faked his death and blamed it on this guy. Alright, anyway.
How do you know that I'm the only one? Maybe you should try it on for yourself before you can convict me.
Okay.
Fine. If you're gonna be a jerk about it, I will. But that was the beat. Hina started putting on the Robot Justice costume.
See, look. See how loose it is? I mean, come on. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me!
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's not a very nice thing to say. I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
Well, either way, now we know for sure, right? I mean, it seems pretty clear that nobody but Hiro could have fit into this dumb costume.
In a huff, Hina took the suit back off again. Well, now you're all out of excuses. No, see, it's 'cause you're a girl. If it was another guy, then... Makoto, go ahead. Makoto, go ahead. Okay. Against my will, I picked up the pieces off the floor and tried putting them on. Makoto is the shortest. Didn't we establish he's like the second or third shortest person in the entire fucking group? Like shorter than most of the women. He's like 4'11" or some shit. Like he's not gonna get the fucking suit on. There's only one person shorter than him. It's no good. The arms were too long. There's no way I can wear this. Yeah, because you're a child. See, I told you it was impossible. You're absolutely right. It seems this costume was made to fit Hiro's body exactly.
But
then there's another costume. They must have one that looks the same but fits them.
Honestly.
If you insist on this line of defense, then show us some evidence.
What the heck?
Evidence? You claim there's another suit, yes? Then you must find it and show it to us. What the heck?
Just the worst.
Who cares? Hiro's the only one without an alibi during this whole thing anyway.
That's terrible.
Which is how we knew it was him.
What?
I mean, is that really true? I have no idea what's even happening. Could someone, like, tell me? Ding. Robo-Justice costume has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. And we talked to her.
What the heck?
There's no talking around on this one. You did it. Everyone knows it.
What the heck?
If you don't tell me what's going on here, how am I supposed to understand? I think I figured out someone's been killed, right? Hey, Makoto, who was it? Well, 2 people were killed. Taka and Hifumi.
What?
2 people?
Just the worst.
Why are you freaking out? You did it.
Please.
I did not.
Huh?
Wait, hold on. If those 2 are the ones that were killed.
How about that?
That's it. I know who did it.
So then...
You may as well tell us then. Taka and Hifumi were fighting over alter ego, right?
I'm at least 30%
Which means
right.
alter ego and or Chihiro must have done it.
Correct.
Cha. I see. That's unfortunate.
Please.
Unfortunate?
What the heck?
Stop trying to trick us and just admit that you did it, okay? I'm telling you, you've got it all wrong.
Oh, so
I know. That note. Note?
Last
night, someone slipped a weird note under my door. And here's what it said. I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone. For now, let's meet in Rec Room 1. Rec Room at 1 a.m. But like, the last thing I remembered is going to the Rec Room, then for some reason I fell asleep.
Hey.
Ciao, bro. The real killer probably drugged me.
Just the worst.
Not a chance.
So...
Yes, this is my first time. Hi, on Wings of Wind. Can we get a shout out for On Wings of Wind? And Cha, for that matter. Can we get a shout out for Neofuria? If you're not following them, they're wonderful. No, hold on. He could be onto something. The nurse's office did have chemicals that could do that.
Huh?
Well, really? I told you, someone's trying to set me up. A secret passage, a chance to escape. Someone wrote all that to trick me. Even if that's true, you must be one dumb fish to bite every piece of bait that floats in front of you. I'm a good person and I don't do the spoilers. Well, after being trapped here for so long, even if you know it's a lie, you still gotta check, right? They probably played on my desire to get out of here. They deceived me. I still don't buy it.
Don't be mean.
Well, you should buy it.
Just a second.
Bruh. Cha. Okay, then show us that note. With pleasure. I have it right here in my, Pocket?
No way.
Looks like I lost it.
Ugh.
I do not have favorite characters yet. I really like Kyoko. And the main character is kind of cute.
You gotta believe me, I wouldn't hurt a fly.
Ooh, Jurassic World. As I said before, if you want us to believe you, you must produce evidence. Can you show us the notes? I have no particular issue with what you claim, but if you want us to believe you, give us a reason.
What the heck? Serious? For shizzle?
Yasuhiro's account has been added to the Truth Bolt section of your handbook. Now then, shall we resume our investigation? There's no time to waste before the class trial begins. Why do we need to keep investigating? We already know who did it.
What the heck?
Why? Why did you kill them? Tell us, Hiro.
No, it's like I said.
Just the worst.
Was it really to get money Monokuma offered us? Yeah, that must be it. He must be totally broke, and that's why.
What? That's a false accusation. Someone help me.
What are you saying?
Just be thankful that we haven't bound and gagged you. If you have time to yell and carry on, you have time to search for your evidence, right?
What? You're right. I need to go look for the second suit in that note. Feet don't fail me.
I guess I'd better get back to guard duty. I was gonna ask Toko or Genocide Jack to switch with me, but if she and Sakura got in a fight, we'd have catastrophe on our hands. Hold on. One by one, everyone peeled away. Makoto, do you have a second? Huh? I want you to help me with the investigation.
It would seem...
It looks like I got a late start on this one, so I need to make up some ground. Sure, I don't mind helping, but can you promise me something? Later when we have time, will you tell me why you disappeared?
Why is that?
No. To reject me so simply.
Anyway,
I need your help. You don't mind, do you? Okay.
shall we go?
Thanks. Now then, shall we?
Hey.
So, Makoto, first I'd like to examine the corpses. Examine the corpses? I don't believe I'm hearing that from a girl the same age as me.
Correct.
Dead bodies don't lie, you know. They tell the truth far more easily than living.
Hey.
Wouldn't you agree? How am I supposed to answer? Anyway, we have to hurry. Before the class trial begins anyway. Ooh, naked cha. I don't know about you, but that makes me horny. That second when you realize you're wearing a unicorn hoodie. Anyway. Tell me I didn't make you smile. Tell me I didn't. Yeah, you're right. Okay then, show me where the bodies are. Groan. They're in the repository. Then I guess we should head that way for now. Okay, it made me smile. Finger guns. Yeah. Finger guns, yeah. Right. Oh man, I should have checked the thing. Ah, the third floor was right there. Oops. I pressed Shift Tab because I was running with my map open. And then Steam was like, "You called? Hello, it's me, Steam." I tried to call back, but I just got an answering machine. I was like, "Steam! Pick up the phone, Steam!" Answering machines. Does anyone remember those? Hifumi and Taka. For a moment, Kyoko seemed to go rigid, but only for a moment.
So then...
Well then, let's get started. She crouched down next to Taka, and without hesitation began poking and prodding the bodies.
I knew it.
What's an answering machine, right? I remember when I was a kid and we had to answer it with our last name and then the word residence. I was about to do it, but then I would realize that I would say my last name, which, like, I guess many of you know anyway, but I'm not gonna say it anyway. So Ravok's residence is how you were trained to answer the home phone in the kitchen, because, like,
your parents teach you what they were taught, and when they grew up, there was only one phone. It was in the fucking kitchen, or the living room or something. And then as you get older, there's more phones, and there's answering machines, and all these fucking things, and now it's cell phones. Yes, exactly. Hello, Roblox residents, or this is Greg, who we ask is calling. Fucking childhood memories, man. That shit is not how we do things these days. Watson, I'm trying for quadratask. What am I watching out for? Kids these days will never know. Kids are, only 90 kids know. Only 90s kids know what a fucking pog is. The Monokuma file was right. They were killed using similar weapons. Her movements were so smooth. She was so calm. Seeing how comfortable she was actually made me feel a little more comfortable. Okay. Let's do it again. The biggest problem I have right now is how the killer was able to move Hifumi's massive corpse from the nurse's office, where he was discovered, to the repository. All the way from the first floor and third, and all without anyone noticing it. I just can't see how that's possible. Furthermore, it seems that Hifumi died from a blow to the head. He was most likely killed using the Justice Hammer, which we found in the nurse's office. But when we found his body in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered in blood. But now they're spotless. Does that mean someone wiped his glasses clean? But who would do that? And why? My 21-year-old brother forgot what a VHS and VCR are. Oh my goodness. Because these are uphill both ways. Uphill both ways! So good. But I grew up with VHS and VCR. Of course, Brackish is going to be like, I grew up with 8-track and cassette tape. Which are different types of media. I made a joke with my unicorn hoodie. I did do that. Taka was killed by a blow to the head. He must have been struck with Justice Hammer 4, which was laying on the floor in the equipment room. And there was a trap laying out under his body. The killer must use it to move Taka's body. That way it wouldn't leave any blood stains as it was moving. Is there anything else that I need to do here? I mean, I could go back to the cart again. No, not Lardy. Not this asshole. Who I think did it still. And is still alive. How is he faking his death right now, though? Like, is he using some sort of drug? Oh, shut up. Man, this is the worst misclick of my life. Oh, thank God. What about Betamax? What were the big CD ones? Virtual CDs? No, what were the CDs that were like this big, but not, I'm not talking about an actual record for a record player. I'm talking about actual compact discs that were like this big, that you put into like a projector-like thing. Oh, what were those called? Ancient technology. Laserdisc! Jordan got me. Thank you. Someone wash it recently?
So,
So then.
Alright, time to talk to you. Fuck you all. Love you, Brackish. Makoto, I found something. You did?
Hey.
You remember the wristwatch Taka always wore on his left hand? He did? Are you so oblivious to the people around you? Do you dislike other people that much? No, that's not it. Anyway, you said he had a watch?
So then.
Take a look. It's broken. You can see his hands aren't moving. You can see the hands aren't moving right. It most likely broke when he had his encounter with his assailant. And if you notice, his hands are frozen just past 6 o'clock. That would mean the watch was broken sometime just after 6.
That's right.
But last night Taka's watch definitely wasn't broken. How are you? Blah blah blah. I don't remember. I'm not doing this voice. Taka's irritated voice has pierced the air as he stared pointedly at his wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock. You know that? Bedtime for all the boys and girls.
In other words.
So if it worked last night, if it worked at 10 last night, it couldn't have been broken at 6 p.m. Meaning it must have happened at 6 this morning. The good old days of recording your songs on the radio. Do you even know what a Walkman is? Yes, I knew what a Walkman was. I had one in elementary school. My mom let me bring it to art class because they let us bring music and it was like a big deal. And I had to turn it. I didn't know how to rewind it. You just have to turn the tape around and fast forward. So someone had to tell me. I didn't know how to rewind cassette tape. Broken wristwatch has been added to the truth bullet section of your hand.
However,
that's not all. Look at like Taka's left hand. He appears to be gripping something. You're right. There's something white in there.
Makoto,
Can you try and pull it out?
because
Rigor mortis has already set in. Boys are better suited for manual labor, right? Okay. Woman who is definitely taller and cooler than me. As much as I didn't want to, I grasped Taka's cold, dead hand. The ice-cold hand was nearly enough to cause my heart to stop beating. After some effort, I was finally able to free the object from his tightly clenched fist. Oh, baby. A piece of paper?
hey,
Was that all he had in his hand? Yeah, that's it. Just a little scrap of paper. It doesn't seem like much of a clue, does it?
is that right?
I wonder about that. Kyoko turned to Hifumi's body.
So then,
Let's check Hifumi's body now. Perhaps he's left us a few clues of his own. Kiyotaka's scrap of paper has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Oh dear lord, they came out when I was in high school. Got one for the first tape. I got one and my first tape was Pink Floyd's The Wall. Good fucking track. You mean the square ones? The cassette Walkmans, yes. Yes, Watson. So the square ones. The biggest problem I have right now is how the killer was able to move Hifumi's massive corpse from the nurse's office, where he was discovered here, to here, the repository. All the way from the first floor to the third floor, and all without anyone noticing it. I just can't see how that's possible. Further, it seems that Hifumi died from a blow to the head. He was most likely killed using Justice Hammer 3, which we found in the nurse's office, but when we found his body in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered in blood. I've already read this. Oh, I was supposed to talk to her again.
indeed.
I did, more than I expected, to be honest. Look at this. A wad of paper?
That's right.
Hifumi had it hidden on him. I still have my 2000 Samsung MP3 player, and it's honestly been the best anime OPs. I brought my uncles when I was young to listen to Pretty Woman. Hidden.
Indeed.
He'd stuffed it in his pants, so I can only assume he'd hidden it on purpose. Do you see it? In his pants? Wait,
Why
so
is that?
It was just his pants. It's not like his socks or something. I don't know what that means.
Hey,
Anyway, let's take a look at the paper. Go ahead, Makoto. Open it up. When I think of how it was stuffed down his pants, it's like, it better be important, Hifumi, or I'll never forgive you for this. A note? I found a hole. Maybe we can use it to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so it's the exact letter. That sounds very familiar. That's it. It's the same thing Hiro said. Then he was telling us the truth.
however,
Although, it's not exactly the same, is it? Last night someone slipped a weird note under my door. Blah, blah. Here's what it said. I found a hole. Maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can find rec room at 1 a.m. This time, the time is different. Hiro told us the note said meet him at 1 a.m. But the note they wrote to Hifumi said asked him to meet at 6 a.m.
is that right?
Hold on. Just because Hifumi had the note doesn't mean it was meant for him. Huh?
So,
Part of it had to be torn off, right? I forgot about her accent just for a second there. I think there's likely some meaning here. There's some meaning to part of it being ripped. Could you maybe explain it a little more? Think carefully.
hey,
Why would he have been clutching that scrap of paper so tightly? I have no idea.
so then,
What if it wasn't just a scrap of paper he was holding? When he was holding it, what if it was something more important? How would something more important like that become a mere scrap of paper? That's what you need to answer. The note Hifumi had has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Hey.
While we're at it, I should tell you one other thing. The two victims this time definitely had their e-handbooks on them, so the handbooks have nothing to do with how the murders were carried out. Not that there was any reason to think that they were connected to the killings in the first place. So you're saying I don't have to think about handbooks this time, right?
Is that right?
If you didn't have to think about them at all, I wouldn't have gone on my way to mention it. All I said was that they weren't used to help carry out the murders. There may come to a point where handbooks may play a role. Dun, dun, dun. That's the one that I bought. Sony Walkman. Aww. Nostalgia. A handbook play a role? I don't think so, but if Kyoko thinks it's important, then I'd better keep it in mind. The e-handbook has been added to the truth bullets section. Bing bong ding bong. Ding bong ding dong.
Are you excited? Are you pumped? It's time for the class trial to begin!
Am I excited and pumped, guys?
Like the bright burst of fireworks.
Are you excited and pumped?
Like the flash of a soul clashing with life and death.
I still think it was
And
Hifumi.
so, with no further ado,
I just think it was him
everyone
somehow.
please meet at the usual spot. Make your way to the red door on the first floor of the school.
It would seem...
It's unfortunate, but I suppose this is where our investigation comes to an end. You'll have to figure out the rest for yourself and come to the proper conclusion. Yeah, you're right.
Shall we go?
Well, we'd better get going. Okay. Hello, Jeff Brutlag. So do you have any idea of who did it? My only idea is I honestly think Hifumi did it. But my problem is... I'm not sure if he's dead. I feel like he's faking his death. That's my theory. I think he did it because I think he could have... All the evidence could have been faked by him. It all involved notes and there's like a difference of writing legibility. I don't know. I think he set up the whole thing. I blame Nerdlinger. That's my current theory. Everyone had heard Monokuma's proclamation and they were gathered by the red door. And as we were there...
Monokuma
Two
appears!
Monokumas? Hello, hello. He's multiplied?
Wrong.
Nope. Not multiplication, it just looks this way because of an illusion. How dare you blame Nerdlinger. Hi, Alder. Also, can we get a shout out from Jeff Brutlag, who is amazing and wonderful? I'm moving so fast, it only looks like I've multiplied. Can you guys tell which one is the real Monokuma? Can we just get on the elevator already?
Boy, tough crowd.
I always blamed Nerdlinger. You're not playing along.
Stop talking.
We're not here to play with you. Hi, I'm new. Hi, Nikki Lover 9291. Welcome. How are you doing tonight? We're not here to play with you. I've never played this game before, but I'm really enjoying it. So if you've seen it before, please no spoilers.
Hey, hey!
But if everyone here is ready to go, please board the pain train or elevator. Haha. Oh boy. I'll see you down there.
Let's go.
Okay then, shall we?
Please!
Hold on. I'm not mentally prepared yet.
What the heck?
You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, hero. You're gonna pay for your sins.
What the heck?
I already told you. I didn't do it for real. That reminds me. Did you ever find the other costume or the note? Well, no, but how unfortunate. Then it would seem we have a culprit. I have watched this many times. Awesome. Welcome. Hope you're having a good night.
Hey,
This isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get to the courtroom.
That's right.
She's right. Let's get down there first, and then the story can really begin. Yeah, good idea. That's right. I have to do it. I can't let whoever killed Hifumi and Taka get away with it. For everyone who's still alive, and for the two that lost their lives. I think it's him. I still think he's not dead. Especially after that fucking, like, drama llama performance where he literally named a fucking scapegoat. I think he's still alive, and I think he's playing us for fools. Someone right here. Let's do it! I'm actually really excited. I want to find out. I begin to walk toward the elevator. Once everyone is aboard. Oh yeah, Vicky, this is so good to hear, especially in the midst of playing the Kingdom Hearts. I forgot you're playing. How is that going? Do you like it? The doors closed on their own, and the steel box began to move. The Mickey voices! The perfect voice for a serial killer teddy bear, don't you think? The clunking of the elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down. There was no going back. Until we settled all this, we couldn't go anywhere. I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. The elevator doors slid open, opening up onto a cruel fate. When I see all you gathered like this, I realize just how few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax.
Just the worst.
Only because of you. Why are you making us do such cruel things? Is this my first game? Hello, Red Trainer. Yes, it is. This is the first game and my first time playing it. What? Do you really hate me so much? But I'm so cute!
Come on.
Stop goofing around and begin the trial. Don't rush me, of course I'm gonna start it. I would never be like, stay tuned for an action-packed class trial after this commercial break. I'd never hold on to you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get to your assigned seats. Oh boy. And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, and a deadly fate. A deadly class trial. Would you like to save the data? Let's save the data. Woo! Open E-handbook. Set skills. I don't even have enough skills. Oh, I have another skill. I don't even know what that does. Got it. Used that one. Focus gauge recovers more quickly, effectively during the non-stop debate the hangman's game at equal time. I never remember how any of this works. That's fine though. Allows you to reload 2 bullets at once, effective during bullet time battle. Increase the capacity effective during bullet capacity effective during the time battle. Increases damage when a statement is destroyed. I think I might have more reloads? Question mark? I don't really know what I'm doing. Let's do it. We get it, Makoto. There's death. Right? Excessive. Wow, there are a lot more photos of dead people now.
Trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
Graduate.
Now then.
To begin with. No, I do the Mickey one.
We already know who did it.
Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit. Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
I didn't. Someone knocked me out. I was asleep the whole time. I don't know anything about it.
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Irony.
Why are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprint for the suit. Parts we assume were used to be.
Dang, chill.
And all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
Hey, Hacker Inferno. I really need to watch your time. Find more time to watch your streams. How are you doing? It's nice to see you again. I'm doing well. How are you? No, that's wrong. Hi, Chris.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know. I don't know.
I hope your karaoke is steadily improving. Is Hiro really the killer, or before anything else, we have to make that clear? Make your argument. Yasuhiro's message. What was Yasuhiro's? Oh, okay.
Everything we found in your room.
Oh, what was that one? Oh shit, guys. Oh, thank God. Okay. Influence. What are the pink things? Concentration. Hold down space to slow it down. Control to speed up the debate. Weak spots. Oh, yeah, that's right. I would have to... If I shoot the pink ones, I get a different bullet, right? Is that how that works? God, I forgot how this works. When a character is talking, some text may appear in yellow, contradictory statement, multiple weak spots. Oh my goodness, Hacker Inferno! Hashtag Ravox for love. Thank you so much for the 5.
Ravox for love less than 3.
Have you watched the anime? I have not watched the anime. Thank you so much for that sub hype. Can we get some hype in chat? Firing truth bullets, left mouse button to fire bullet gets loaded. Loading, move up and down to select. Quick select Q. If you're target a weak spot and then hold down left mouse button, you can use that weak spot as a temporary truth bullet. Okay, so the pink one is a flash, but whatever, back right. White noise with your silencer, right mouse button. Oh, maybe the right one. Maybe the pink one's the right one. Oh, that's what. The blueprint.
That you are the culprit.
Okay.
I don't know anything about that stuff. It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
Hero, why? Why did you kill them?
No, just hold on a second.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough
I think I fucked
that
up.
you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that
I
stuff.
think, yeah, because his handwriting
It's
is
a
bad.
conspiracy.
I missed the first
Hero,
one.
why? Why
Shit.
did you kill them?
No, just hold on a second.
Damn it! I missed the first one. I'll have to slow it down as soon as it starts.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints,
What?
the
What
suit
happened?
parts, they are all proof enough that you are
What?
the culprit.
What am I doing wrong? Did I miss it?
I don't know anything about that stuff.
Did I miss
It's
it?
not true. It's a conspiracy.
Guys, what?
Hero,
Huh?
why?
What?
Why did you kill them?
Huh?
No, just hold on a second.
I don't have any other bullets. There's only 2 options, right? It's not the blueprints. I mean, looking at the blueprints, that handwriting, I guess it is the blueprints.
Everything
Oh,
we
oh,
found
I
in
get
your
it.
room.
I'm dumb.
The blueprints, the suit parts.
I'm so dumb.
No, that's wrong.
Okay, the handwriting thing. I thought I was gonna go with the. Never mind.
Are we sure Hero really made those blueprints?
What do you mean?
Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate you.
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hero wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on. I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hero's the culprit?
And he's not the only one. I think Hero's innocent as well.
What? Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit? Is it like Hero said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
It was the same guy.
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit.
He just wasn't in the suit yet.
Go ahead, Makoto.
So? Who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
The suspicious individual must have been the Illuminati. Hina? Hina?
Shoot!
The Illuminati. None of these make sense. Oh no, it was definitely. It was definitely Hero.
I got it!
Hero was in the suit.
Other than Hero,
Like,
I can't think
he
of
just wasn't
anyone
in the
else it
suit
could have been.
when the things took place.
Obviously,
'Cause
he
no one
the
was.
one in that particular
don't think.
suit. And we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hero is the prime suspect.
The fuck is this? This game is a murder mystery anime.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hero didn't do it.
It makes perfect sense. Hero was the suspicious individual in the suit,
But he's not.
but he's not the culprit.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
I'm trying to grow. It's been a week of facial hair growth. I'm working on it. It's coming, or else it's not, and we're gonna get rid of it. I don't know what I'm growing. I'm just growing. Just give up. Shut up, Alder.
What?
Kids Lester itchy. It is itchy right now. Am I gonna buy a white fan?
Bitch, I have 3 white bands. They all say free candy on them.
Now that's a bold assumption. And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around!
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs
I
to
can't
be
with chat right
clarified?
now. I
We
can't.
must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular
Why does that
items.
need to be clarified right now?
Makoto, can you tell us?
A tarp.
I got it!
It was also the thing. Yeah. The dolly.
I got it! They were a dolly and a tarp, right?
Oh my god.
So, let's see if I can explain.
When is my next book reading in the local coffee shop?
Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room. And then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time,
It's fucking
it was wrapped in a
Hifumi.
blue
He was
tarp,
also able to
right?
unlock it from the inside without being seen because he's not dead. He's faking it. It's Hifumi. It's Hifumi. It's Hifumi. It's like it all makes sense. It all points. All the evidence to me points to Nerdlinger. It's Nerdlinger. I'm sure of it. It's gotta be Nerdlinger.
It was the same tarp that up until then was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there and decided to use it when they moved
I
Taka's
just
body.
haven't figured out how you did it yet.
That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
No, I
Same
think I
thing.
do know how he did it. Oh my god, Xanatos was the best, okay? Shut up. Xanatos was the best villain. He was like the coolest. He was
I'm
way
sure the
cooler than
dolly
Iron
was in
Man.
the
He was what
equipment
Iron
room
Man
when
would
we
be like
first
if
found
Iron Man were
Taka's body.
even cooler. Fuck you. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there.
But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly. Later, when Taka's body reappeared, so did the doll.
In other words, you think that are
Of
you
course
sure
they
you
moved
are
it.
not, huh? Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along and you simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection.
There is
There
no
was blood on the
shame in being
wheel,
wrong.
and there were
No
wheel
one
tracks on the
expects
blood.
much from you anyway. We have all accepted the fact.
Wow, what a bitch. What? A new element. Fuck, why is there always a new element every time I play this? Every case, there's a new thing. Let's talk about reloading. Starting with this next bullet time battle, we're going to add one more ingredient to the recipe. On the bottom of the screen, underneath the tempo mark, you're going to see an ammo count. Up until now, there hasn't been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statements. From now on, just locking on and pressing left mouse button won't be enough to handle them. Now it's going to cost you a bullet to destroy a remark. Once you run out of bullets, you can't destroy any more statements no matter how locked on you are. However, you can reload by pressing the tab key. Just like locking on, you have to press the tab key anytime with the tempo marker. God damn it, I hate these things. Oh, this is gonna be hard. This is like the bullet. I always fail this thing.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic.
I don't know what's going on.
Lies will get you nowhere.
I don't think I'm doing this right.
Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. This
Equipment room bump time! Yes, feel that rhythm. Thank you. I'm here for you, Jeff.
You're asking for proof
Jeff,
that
everyone
the
else is
dolly
mean.
I have it right here.
Especially Peyton. Alright, what's going on here? What do we link? Xanatos is so cool! He's just like, well, I want to be a gargoyle. Makes fucking armor suit of fucking being a gargoyle. Like fucking badass red fucking metal suit. Oh, so cool. If you're asking for proof that the dolly move, I have it right here. When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. Also, there were blood tracks in the fucking pool of blood.
The killer probably rolled the dolly through
Thank
the
you,
blood
Jordan.
on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room.
It's so
And as
itchy.
the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
You can't back, sorry, I left. No, you're fine. You don't have to apologize for that. Jeez, does Celeste really hate me that much?
Anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo-Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then...
God.
What kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't
Just
possibly
let me
be
go
the
for a
killer.
couple weeks. Okay? Just let it grow. I'll probably shave it off. I can't grow that much. As you can tell, this is a week. It's a sex robot. I'd be happy to explain the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly
If
be
you
the killer.
look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
It can't bend at the waist. The dolly doesn't have a handle, so it has to be bent down to move it. You can't bend the waist.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment
No.
room.
Not important.
And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp,
Maybe?
then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled
That
it
one.
off, right?
Really?
Shoot!
How is it not? Loading it on the body, you can't bend at the waist in the fucking suit. How are you supposed
As
to do
we
it?
know, Taka was killed in the equipment room.
Whatever.
And from there, the body was moved to the
I'll wait.
repository,
I'll wait
correct?
and wait and see what
Yeah,
after that was.
The culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't
That's
have a
important.
handle.
What am I doing wrong? Okay, it's not a contradiction. I keep fucking this
As
up.
we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room.
Thank you.
And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a
You have to
handle,
bend down to move it.
all you'd have to do is bend
Oh,
over.
there it is. I knew what it was. I just had to find the prompt. You can't bend at the waist.
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low.
Except,
But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a
who
position
did you say is
like
bending
that?
over? You're welcome to lurk. Lurking is welcome.
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember?
I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, It's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
There's absolutely no. Once it's on, you can never take it off, or you can't take it off by yourself.
I got it! I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember...
That's true. It seems impossible
Alex
to put
says he was the one bending over. Excuse me? I'm not volunteering for that action. You better wine and dine my ass first. Third date, at least.
Then
Also take it up with
really
Peyton.
can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
You'll convince me on the face. Smooth. Specifically wine and dine his ass.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have
I
been
feel like
Hero
I
in the
nailed this
robot
one
suit.
super hard.
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took?
Did you take that? I thought you were unconscious. That was my one thing,
You
my one
all
evidence
got a good
against it
look
being
at
Hifumi.
Did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo
Does
Justice?
that make you the accomplice?
If whoever was in that suit is not
I
the
told you
culprit,
Celeste was
how
the
do you explain
accomplice.
that?
I feel like Celeste is the accomplice.
Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
You're an accomplice.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hero, without a doubt.
That hair is so crazy. So crazy.
Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hold on a second.
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion.
She's the accomplice. I knew it.
There's no
I
hurry
knew
to
it. I
decide
called
who
this
did
shit
it.
from the beginning. I'm so proud. This is the best I've ever done in this game.
Before we rush to a
I'm like
verdict,
100. I'm
shouldn't
still
we
a hundo
explore
on it.
every single possibility?
She's an
Instead of
icon for
seizing
keeping
on
up that
one
hairstyle, though,
viewpoint, the truth is
right?
uncovered by analyzing things from
How much
every
work
angle.
does she have to put in to make that hair do that every day?
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened.
Be back gonna grab some mead. Ooh, mead. Does that count as wine for the first date? I would drink mead on a first date, but it doesn't count because I'm not drinking it. And I definitely would want to imbibe said thing on my date.
I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall.
In the
Makoto,
dining hall.
Hina, we waited there for quite a while, but nobody that was around.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant.
If you don't count mead as a wine for the first date, then you're wrong. I'm with you there, Cass.
I know it was an hour.
So hard.
Because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo Justice.
How much do you think they giggled? The voice actress giggled as she said, Robo Justice.
It also soon became clear
It also soon
that this
became
same
clear
Robo
that the same
Justice had
Robo
abducted
Justice
Hifumi.
had abducted Hifumi.
We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya.
Is that the name of your vibrator?
Fumi in the library.
Robo Justice. She almost sounds like a gravelier, like Barbara Walters. Not Barbara Walters. Not Barbara Walters. That too. No. NPR. Oh my god. What is her name? Brain. Oh my god. The NPR host. What is her name? Diane Reeves. She sounds an even gravelier Diane Reeves.
He was injured,
He
so we
was
took him to the
injured.
nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect.
It's a wine made from honey. It's definitely more of a wine than a beer. I consider mead more of a wine than a beer. Not that I wouldn't want beer on a date either, but
But not long
honeyed
after
wine.
leaving the nurse's office,
you're the fucking accomplice. I don't trust you,
When Celeste
Celeste.
told us that, we decided to split up and search the second floor. And soon after that,
I want to know if I'm right.
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
I have no clue. Gin is fucking garbage tier. I hate gin. I don't feel like licking Santa's balls or a pine tree, and thus I don't drink gin. Oh.
and then at that point, we decided to divide up into two
Blech.
groups.
I hate gin.
Celeste, Hina, and
Not
I
for
went
me.
back while Sakura, Byakuya. When we got back
Fermented
to the nurse's
paint
office, we found Hifumi dead.
Oh, that sounds really good.
And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement.
You
I
heard
left
the
Celeste
announcement.
and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor.
meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same
How many
time,
announcements did you hear?
because we heard the same announcement not
Oh, okay,
long
never
after
mind.
we
I
discovered
would have
his
forgotten
body.
that. No, we're good.
And that's when I told you guys
Maybe
about Hifumi.
Celeste killed Hifumi because Hifumi did it, but then Celeste knew she was gonna get screwed out of it, so she confirmed the kill. Oh my god, she convinced him to do it. He was the accomplice. He was the accomplice. She's the fucking mastermind, and that's why she's alive and she's gonna get out. Oh, it was Celeste.
Then the three of us headed for the nurse's office.
I figured it out.
After we left,
I
we
figured
ran
it
into
out.
Celeste,
Figured it out.
who'd arrived-
Figured it out. I figured it out.
We rushed back to the nurse's office
Oh, that's
and
gotta
saw
be
that
it.
she was
That's
right.
gotta be it. She convinced him by being like an attractive woman, and he's Nerdlinger, so he'd do anything for just like a squeeze of a boob.
Then we remembered we'd left
Fucking
Toko passed
Nerdlinger.
out in the equipment room.
Bastard.
So we
Hifumi did do it, but he did it for Celeste.
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also
That's my new
gone
theory.
missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching
I'm not
the
looking.
school
I'm not
for
looking at
two
chat.
missing
Clear
dead
any confirmation
bodies.
bias that may be in their mods.
And after some
If there's not
time,
any, I'll just look in like 5 seconds.
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository,
It was Hifumi's pants. Excellent.
which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
Talk about alcohol. Good. I'm so fucking in it.
I think that about covers it.
I see.
It's gotta be her.
It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we can uncover
It
the
was the
contradictions
butler.
surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
He had a different note. He got smashed with a hammer. He got smashed with a hammer and a different note. I don't know.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
It was way before.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What? No, oh, what'd I do?
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that
No!
Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
No.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi.
How did
or
I do that
perhaps it was
again?
After?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
So mad.
So it's obvious Taka
I'm
came
so mad
after.
right now. I'm so mad I fucked up. I need to take what order and then put it on the numbering.
Regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
I wish I could lend you
We
mine.
already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammer.
There.
No, that's wrong.
Oh. That roommate has a corkscrew, but I can't find it in the kitchen.
Hold on. There's no reason to
You can
assume
always
that
use
the
like
hammers
a
were used in the same
screwdriver.
order as their
and
numbers.
There are definitely other ways to open it. Just look up ways to open a bottle of wine without a corkscrew. There are like several methods online that will teach you how to do it.
If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi?
Yes.
Okay then, let's see the proof.
The watch was stopped at 6 a.m. I just have to pick the time. Hangman's game. Hangman's game. Wristwatch. It's wristwatch. Can I? I-S-T. Oh, C. C. I. T. Oh, okay. It goes in order. Okay. I need a W. I need an A. I need a C. I need an H.
Now I understand. I've got it. Taka's wristwatch.
Take it outside. Do it on the side of your building. That'll be classy.
See? Look.
What's my neighbor doing? Oh, she's
the
just
hands
banging a red
pointing
bottle
just
of wine
past
against
6
the wall.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer, because as of last night,
Oh no, it's minus 15. Every room in your apartment is carpeted. Go to the bathroom or something. You don't have any walls in your bathroom? Fuck that.
so if it wasn't broken after 6 last,
And that would be.
But if that's true, then he was killed.
And before Celeste was attacked.
that's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents.
Listen, I don't want to break
took
this
place.
wine. That's fake.
That simple fact slipped past all of us.
Ingested. I've said the same thing about booty. Anyway.
We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
I don't want to break this butt. I want to ingest it.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on
I'm
each
terrible.
hammer and
Someone
had them
take me
increase
away.
in size.
Internet police.
That
Call the
way,
internet police.
when we saw how they were...
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window, because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder, but all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
Internet police are on the way.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko.
He faked his death. But she finished him off.
Then we all ran down to the nurse's office.
She
and
finished
that's
him
where we
off
found his
later.
body.
That's he did it all for her. When he faked being alive again to say hero, he thought he was gonna be fine. But then she came back and fucking murdered him. That's
I
my
know.
theory.
They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on.
911 internet police is getting too spicy in here. Too spicy in here. Too spicy. Jeff Blue-Blind. It was the maid. Government shut down your safe. Oh, that's true. The government's shut down. No internet. Police. The local police can still get me.
If that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together,
Except he just
clearly
screamed
none of
because
us
he
could
was
have
faking
killed
his
him.
own death.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared.
Bold of you to assume that the internet police are
When his
American.
body vanished from the nurse's office,
Of course they're American. There's only one country on this god green earth, and that's America.
Hina and I were in the bathroom together. And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time,
Come on, okay.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then.
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway. In other words, it is impossible that
God, the way
any
she's
of us
animated
could
as
kill
Genocide
Hifumi
Jill is
or
terrifying. With
move
like the
either
big
of their
tongue and the
bodies.
weird fake jagged teeth thing. I don't like it.
On the other hand,
Unsettling.
Hiro and Kyoko
You know what
had
else
disappeared,
is unsettling?
so they most
Whenever I
certainly
watch
could have
Black
done those
Clover, which I'm
things.
really enjoying, and they show the guy who loves his sister, I am just creeped out by that fucking like weird incest thing, like and the nose bloody thing. Like I don't like it. I do not like watching the guy lust over his like 8-year-old sister. It makes me weird. It makes me feel weird, uncomfortable. It's not okay. Like Black Clover, hate that shit. Anyway, Kira and Kyoko disappeared. They certainly couldn't have done
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out
it's
how
called Black
Hifumi's
Clover, it's an
body
anime.
got moved.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said,
I'm just started watching that for the first time this like week. I'm not caught up on Black Clover, so I can't spoil anything, and you can definitely spoil shit for me. I'm just talking about a character that exists in that I don't like. That's it. That's and I didn't even say anything about him. Just that he lusts after his younger sister, and it's really gross. Bye on Wings of Wind. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm sorry that this is that we've derailed the conversation pretty hard from this game this time. We cannot have fun for a minute to. Then Killer was able to get in, move about
his body apparently
Thank you.
disappeared.
I hope I'm
in the
right
1
here.
minute hurry, but to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
You're moving on Saturday. Oof, good luck moving.
Oh,
Moving's
man,
awful.
yeah. There's
I
no
hope
way!
you-
It'd be impossible!
Hope that goes smoothly. Like we don't always derail it. It's never been this bad.
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
What? How?
If the dead body were to move itself.
Because he wasn't dead yet. I am fucking validated.
Dead body moved on its own?
Oh shit.
Not another...
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is... we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
Fucking called it.
Alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That it isn't possible.
Fucking Celeste did this. It's all on Celeste and Hifumi. Broken wristwatch. That's not right. What am I gonna do with broken wristwatch?
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Shit!
Shoot!
Are you
Shit!
saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
I think he was actually still alive is the bullet that I need.
Hifumi was dead.
Oh my god, Hacker Inferno! Holy shit, thank you so much for those
You know that
bits!
how?
Yeah.
Surely you heard the body discovery
Thank you for those
announcement
bits.
along with the rest of us.
Thank you.
Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Shit. Broken wristwatch. Never mind. We're good. Oof, taking all this damage.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Because
Surely you
you're
heard the body
culprit.
discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Well, maybe I need dead
Are
body
we
had been
really
found.
so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
I need dead body had been found. Fuck. I'm gonna die.
Shoot!
I need dead body has been found. Shit. Shit.
Are
Shit.
you
I'm the
saying
waste.
that
I'm
when we
gonna
first
die.
found
I only got
Hifumi
half
in the
a heart
nurse's
left.
office,
Save me.
there's a
Save me,
chance
child,
he was
save
actually
me.
still alive?
Save me.
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Here it comes.
Surely you
Here
heard
it
the
comes.
body discovery announcement
Here it comes.
along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had
Steal.
been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that?
We're sure. We're
Maybe
super
the
sure.
announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
What other combination is it? Will more bits save me?
Shoot!
I guess I'm going. Yes, actually, yes. More bits will save me. Yes. Yeah. Fair. Shit. Nobody believes me. No one wants to hear what I say. Oh, have we already come to the end of this debate? Contradictions, my dude. Contradictions. I always seem to fail to grasp that I'm looking for a contradiction rather than supporting evidence.
Is the...
Yes, let's give it another shot.
I refuse to give up yet.
I only have that one bullet. broken wristwatch doesn't contradict any of these things, does it?
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
Yeah, that doesn't fucking do it. Okay, the broken wristwatch is worthless. It does not contradict any of these statements.
When we first found
Thank you so much
Hifumi in
for
the
those
nurse's
statements.
office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
He's actually
And
still
that
alive.
is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure
Dead body
about
hasn't
that?
found.
Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Someone else's discovery?
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
Fuck! What am I doing wrong here? I think I know what I'm doing. I need the third one to go to the second
that when
one.
we first found Hifumi and then there's a chance he was actually still...
No, Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body that Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
She sounds adorable when spread out.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
That was it.
No, that's wrong.
Oh, it was the third one on the second one, so you had to go all the way
Was
through,
the body
which is
discovery
very
announcement that was made
counterintuitive.
really intended for Hifumi?
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
First of all, if two bodies had been found, there really should have been two announcements.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
No, actually, that was plenty. He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time. Even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again. If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
First time we played was when we found each body in the nurse's office and the equipment room. Second was when both bodies were rediscovered.
I got it! We heard it a second time in the repository when we rediscovered the two bodies.
That's true! That's true! That was when Hifumi was dead. Nerdlinger! Nerdlinger!
It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually
He was dead
rediscovering
then,
both
'cause
bodies,
Celeste
the announcement
murdered him.
shouldn't have played.
Then in reality, when the two dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet. Meaning he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know! And because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
Creepy
That is
lady.
the worst logic I have ever heard. But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Glasses.
Okay then, let's take another. Then it should become clear.
This whole thing.
God, this does take a while. Here's the glasses. Hifumi's glasses. They were covered in paint, and then they weren't.
Well, here's one thing we do know.
He used the thing to wipe them
The
off.
first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
That had nothing to do
Next
with
time
anything.
we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned,
That was
there
different.
no notable
No, that was different. Oh, there was. Oh, fuck! It said no noticeable difference, didn't it? There was a change besides his body
Well, here's
being
one
direction.
thing. The first time we found him, and then his body disappeared.
And the next time it was in the
But when you compare his body before being, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
This. The glasses were different, whore.
In fact,
I got
there
impatient.
was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless. And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can. I got it! It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right? And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was
Princess Piggles.
Princess Piggles. From Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
Demon Angel
Highly
Pretty
doubt
Pudgy
anyone but
Princess.
Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
Who the fuck else would it belong to?
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
And it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office.
Incredible name, by the way. Yeah, Princess Piggles.
He pretends to be dead.
Demon
Then when
Pudgy
he's alone,
Princess,
he
Pudgy
wipes his
Princess
glasses
something.
clean
Hey,
so
Charlotte,
he
how's it
can
going?
see when he
I don't
stands
know.
up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse
Copious corpse.
becomes possible, wouldn't it?
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood? Was it paint?
There's blood stored in that nurse's office, in the fridge.
in the nurse's office contains packs of blood.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out. So he just dumped it everywhere. But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done. God, what an idiot.
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
Hifumi!
I got it! it could only...
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office,
That also explains how the door to the repository got...
The door was locked? Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the but when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside, which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
and it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case.
He was one of the
assailants.
But that means he took part in the murders.
I just can't believe it.
He did.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
Show me that evidence.
Absolutely. The single... You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
It was the note. The note. 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 No.
I got it! You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away.
In his junk.
That's right. We found it
next to the
pants.
wingle. He wanted one last touch before he left this earth.
Yes.
He was hiding it.
Okay, well,
In his
forget about
wingle.
the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
That's the note I was telling you about. Huh? Wait, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
I see.
Dun dun dun.
Then this
The
note
pants.
isn't the same one Hiro
pants.
got.
That's how
It's
Just Fruit
not
Loops.
the same?
It's really cute.
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro. And that person could only have been...
Oh god. Oh no, I wasn't paying attention. We're gonna go with Taka.
I got it! That's right! Taka! The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection! I don't really understand
clearly
what's going
the
on,
thing.
but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy!
TikTok. Huffy.
Just to be clear, Ugh! Yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
How come your tongue is a corkscrew? Isn't that more important? Also, why are you allowed to have scissors in the courtroom? Broken wristwatch. Glasses cleaning clothes. What am I doing?
Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
Here we go.
The time doesn't matter!
6 a.m. Come on. Why can't I
It
not?
has nothing to do with TikTok!
Bitch.
No, that's wrong! No, there absolutely is a connection.
What
That's
the hell
true,
are you talking
guys.
about?
What you talking about,
The
Willis?
note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered.
Taka
He's already
was murdered.
proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that... No further objections!
Then someone used that
Get
note
it,
to
girl.
trick Taka. Just the same as me. The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it? Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Most likely. Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
Huh? He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
It's ripped. It's ripped. It's ripped. The ripped part. The scratch.
I got it! When I searched Taka's body,
I already
saw that
pointed.
his
Oh,
lifeless
you've been not
hand was
listening
gripping
because
a
you
small
weren't here.
scrap of paper.
I think Hifumi did the murder of Taka, and I think
sheet of paper
Celeste
this piece came
convinced
from
him to do it and then killed him after.
I knew it. It fits perfectly.
And I'm
with
pretty
the
sure
note
this
we
is the
found
best
hidden
I've done on this
Hifumi.
game yet.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's
Because I'm
note.
pretty confident.
They're from the
Because
same
Celeste
piece
was
of paper.
very integral in all this rigmarole.
Hifumi had the note
She
meant
was
for
the one who
Taka,
saw the
while
shadow,
Taka's
she was the
corpse
one who
still
got
grasped a
attacked,
small
she was the one
piece
who
of
took
that
the
note.
photo.
There's only
very
one
integral in
way
this
to explain
rigmarole.
it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from his death grip.
I got
leaving
that it was
behind
Hifumi
only
off the top,
one
and I
small
thought
scrap.
that
Did I get all
Celeste
that right?
was the accomplice. I actually
That
did
means Hifumi
definitely
knew the
really
note was
the best
important.
here, I think.
Exactly. Which proves that he was
I
an
knew it was
accomplice
Hifumi
in
from the
murder.
beginning. I figured that one out quick.
Whoa, yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure. In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's
I
still
thought he was still
alive.
alive for a
Sorry,
really long time,
no.
though. But he's
When
definitely
we found
dead.
him in the second body discovery announcement proves that.
So then,
Whoever did is the mastermind.
The true killer.
He was killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
Correct.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
wait, but me and Sakura were together. Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus.
I like her insult.
When they were killed bothers me too.
Milk
There's
sack.
something that's been bothering me even more.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file,
He
the way
was
Taka
also
and Hifumi
smacked
were
in the
killed
fucking
was
head.
almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office.
But there
in
was a
equipment
newly
room,
cleaned
right?
hammer
So
or
if
mallet
Hifumi was
in
killed in the
the
repository,
thingamaboober
the
repository.
culprit would have had to grab one of them and put the hammer back where they found it. But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
You were the worst.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar, but if the hammers
Okay,
were...
So the
guys,
question
we
is,
know what hammer
how could
was.
personally? So which hammer was used to attack?
Those were accounted for in other.
Is it not possible?
I don't think it is possible.
Yes, of
So
course they
then-
used it. I know what it is. What? Spotless hammer. There you go. Bam.
What was used to kill Hifumi?
Is that
Was
it? Is that a trick
Justice
question?
Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
I think it was that. Was it not that?
Whatever it was, there's one thing we
Oh, well,
have
that
to
wasn't a
figure out.
contradiction.
How is the
Not
culprit
evidence.
able to
Contradiction.
move
Contradiction.
around so
Contradiction.
freely with the weapon?
I've always fucked this
How
up.
did nobody witness them carrying it?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance!
Oh, damn it. Nope. Wasn't Justice Hammer 5.
used to? Was it just maybe Justice? Well, there's one. How was the culprit? How did nobody?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
Really?
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice
There
Hammers.
goes.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong. I'm Matoka, the adorable.
The murder
Makoto.
weapon wasn't a justice hammer at
Matoka.
all.
Whatever.
No, it was something completely different.
But seriously?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now,
Yeah.
all the hammers, but for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean. And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of
Dark
course
skin,
they'd have
big
to
boob
clean it up.
cleavage lady.
I'd also like to point out that the repository has
Can
all
someone explain the
kinds of
premise of the
hammers,
game to Hacker Inferno so
ones,
at least he
small
understands
ones,
why everyone's fucking crazy?
and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being
No, they all
similar.
just look crazy. Oh, okay. Well, they all
So
look
Hifumi
crazy. That's
moved
true.
Taka's body
There
to
were
the
more that looked
repository,
slightly less
where
crazy.
someone then used the hammer to kill him.
I have to use the restroom so
Whoever
badly.
did that is the true killer. Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder. So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
We did talk about why there wouldn't be any reason for anyone to work together. At least that's what we thought at first, but... You can use someone and then kill them. No, not Spotless Hammer. We already did that. That's not gonna be the
Based
answer.
on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Ah!
Based on the
I
rules
just
that have
missed.
been
That's
laid
all.
out
I had
for
it
us,
right, I think.
Even
They're all
if
master
more
of their
than one
trade.
person
Thank you
is
for saying.
complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on it.
That is how the rule was.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
No? No! What does that have to do with what I said? Or do you not know what you're doing? There must be...
Based on
Well,
the
let's see.
rules that
Do
have
I
been
need-
laid out for us, even if more than one, only
Do
the
I
one
need
who
the other
actually-
one to
assuming the rule
shoot
holds
the other
true.
one? Do I
That
need two
is how the
murders?
rule was.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true.
Two murders!
No, it's wrong.
Sorry, you used impossible on two murders and not two
Since there
murders
were
on
two
impossible.
murders, it's at least plausible that more than one
I'm
person
calling a little
was
bit of
involved.
bullshit on that one, guys. I'm calling a little bit of bullshit
What
on
do you
that
mean?
one.
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
But if there's
Risk
two
versus
murders,
reward.
I can't. I'm sorry. I have to use the restroom. I will be back.
I know, I'm sorry, I'm the worst. I'm coming back. Gender... What's going on here? Oh lord, why is politics happening in my fucking channel? Oh god. Byakuya, everyone is really good at something, for example, blah blah blah. They're all masters of their arts, like a 15-year-old girl, 50 probably. Reminds me of my friend looks like senior year. That one is bullshit. They do get weird with the wording sometimes, but one worked out. That one worked out fine because what Kyoko said was true and what Celeste said was not. Yeah, you're right. The chair. You know what else is bullshit? Depression. That's fucking true. Damn it, Jeff. I was going to write a clever message about how quiet it got. You had to ruin it. Real BS is someone trying to tell me today that there was... Because the gender gap is real. Gender isn't a social construct. I ain't sorry. You mean wage gap? Gender gap is based on concept of sex. Peyton, why'd you bring up fucking politics in my chat? Really don't appreciate that. You know that's not up for the rules. Sorry to give me with the gender gap. The wage gap isn't 100% accurate. It's more so the fact that as the guy who says you shouldn't get surgery to match your gender because you'll get in a car crash. What? That's an argument? There are multiple factors, and the wage gap is only accurate when comparing individuals, the exact same profession, same experience, cars, degrees, etc. There's a lot considering wage gap, primary reason being motherhood, birthing a child, and responsibilities that come with it. They were trying to use the wage gap as evidence that gender isn't a social construct. Hi, H-Dub, how's it going? Bathroom. That's true, I was in the bathroom. Gender isn't a social... And Banhammer? Fun conversation. Withholding comment because rules. Someone getting dumped. I go to get one soda and the chat explodes. Jeebus. Thanks a lot, Caslin. How dare you enjoy a soda beverage? It's cool. Alright, you know the rules. No politics here. But my personal opinion is that gender is a construct, and I agree with the World Health Organization. If that offends you, then I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry because that's my opinion. But we're not talking about that. Anyway, let's figure out who killed this. Listen, I was thirsty. I wanted cola. I love cola.
The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in the scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit two separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime. And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders.
I did Resident Evil. I beat it.
Instead, each person
We're doing the next
someone,
one when it comes out.
creating
in like
two separate incidents.
3 weeks.
And it only
2.5
looked
weeks.
like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
Nice.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
The effort made to convince us the two murders were the same, blah, 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 blah. Kyoko must have noticed that fact from the very beginning. Too sober for this lead. I forgot, I'm thirsty. Well, oh my god. I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know. No one should be thirsty for me. I'm just a unicorn. There you go.
not even your same species and not non-bonable.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved, but then who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now.
Trickler manipulated Hifumi to carry out a number of actions and in the end murdered him. Correct. In the debate up to now, the way the case unfolded, when you consider all that, there's really only one person who seems fit. Select your person! Hello, Celeste.
Here's my answer.
Is that a penis? No, it's a unicorn horn.
It was Celeste.
With the ear.
So I'm the suspicious individual now, am I? I really do hate this kind of joke.
A joke? I wonder.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi. The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him, that I would go within 10 feet of that shit for brains, that lazy, worthless goddamn idiot!
Goodbye accent.
Pardonnez-moi.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
Is that so?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
You took the photo.
I got it! The behavior they had in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit.
You took the photo. You also did the screaming.
The only ones who ever actually saw Robo Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
Ooh, wrecked!
Sorry.
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes
Damn.
on a costumed individual.
Fuck you, Byaku.
If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we
I just
can't
got
help
spanked
but suspect
in
what
my own
Celeste
courtroom.
said as well.
I need a judge.
Are you saying
I need a burn unit.
everything they told us was a lie?
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct?
I need a morgue because I'm dead.
And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
I remember.
We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen. Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
She let out a blood-curdling
Anyone named
scream.
Byaku needs to be
and
gonna
when
be
we'd all
the assholes
come
in
to
every
see what
anime.
was wrong, what was it she said?
He's still an asshole, but he's a good character in this game. He's pretty interesting. Yes, great character, written well as an asshole.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
That's bad. Come on, we have to go back.
It was to get us to divide into two groups, so that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
That's smart. That's clever. Why don't we split into two groups?
Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected.
Wait, who are you
And on
talking
top
about,
of
Peyton?
that,
What?
That piercing cry of yours early on.
At least you can't send a zillion shards of metal disguised as flower petals at you. This is not Bleach.
That was to
You can't
signal
do that.
Hifumi,
Bleach is
wasn't
dead.
it?
Oh, Byaku.
It was your way of telling him we are on the third floor.
he is
Everything's
very
going
wealthy.
according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
I just realized another strange thing. When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead, Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
I'm so curious as to how she's gonna die. Like, how are they gonna do it to Celeste? Are they gonna make her into clothing? They made that other guy into butter.
The whole thing was one big act.
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kinda sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait! Then that was...
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
They made boy butter, they made a man into butter.
Isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed. Wouldn't you agree?
I have no idea what you mean.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Oh, did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
You must be really enjoying this sight of us standing around frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're all going to die just like those guys did.
I remember her saying that too, but
She wasn't aware that
don't
Taka was
understand
dead yet.
What's so strange about it?
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room.
No, she
Makoto showed
she
up
wasn't
and
aware
told
that
us
Taka
Hifumi
was
had
dead
been
yet.
killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything
She
about
didn't
Taka
know
being
that she
dead.
theoretically shouldn't have known that Taka
Think
was
about
dead.
it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it means.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
Byakuya said Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. What is he alluding to? The Monokuma file number 3. No, not the Monokuma. Can you please give me a bullet that doesn't suck ass?
They must really
These suck
be
ass
enjoying
bullets.
this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
What? What did I do wrong? Do I have to take Strange and put it on those guys? If that's true, I'm gonna be pissed.
All I said was, they must really be enjoying the sight of us. They must be. We are going to die, just like. And that is all.
And that's all it takes. What was so strange about Celeste's
If
comment?
this is if I have to put So Strange on they, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna on those guys. I'm gonna be.
Was, they must really be enjoying the sight of us. They must be.